Hello, welcome to Chasing Diecast Cars. In this video we take a look at all of my Gullwing door cars. More than half of them are Mercedes-Benz, which has a lot of experience with this type of doors. We start with the granddaddy of them all, the 300 SL. This is a welly. It's not much to look at, it's an old casting, but wanted to show it anyway. Let's go to a much better one, the Hot Wheels version. This is the first release from 2021 in a IWC deco. (2019) and 2020 copyright, because this is the non-opening door version, but there was an RLC version that had opening doors. That's probably that 2019 copyright. Nice basic model, and we also got it in Team Transport in the Euro hauler. Sorry, just going to get this dirt out of the way. So this of course is metal on metal, silver painted base, 2019 Mattel. Interesting. But yeah, they got different copyrights because this is with a metal base and the other one is a plastic base. That's probably the difference. And then the opening Gullwing door version is probably considered a completely different tooling. I like these little mirrors here on the wings. So of course full deco on this premium version, and of course real riders. This was a gift from Fex, my buddy Fex that on YouTube. In the Mercedes-Benz set, 3 racing cars and 1 transporter. We got this one, also premium version. It's kind of pale yellow, a racing version also. They will all be racing versions because it's kind of the bumper delete one. It's a 2-tone interior, so it got some black plastic pieces, and then the gear lever is part of the metal base. A little bit of a roll cage in the back. Then we get to the ones that have actual functioning doors. This is Siku Daimler-Benz, it says on the packaging. Made and printed in West Germany. Pretty old one. Now, strangely enough, this has some strange tampos on it, which I would not expect this to have. So I thought maybe this is resealed after it had been customized, but it looks pretty original, I have to say. Just has a little tear here, but even then looks like it's still all original. Kind of strange, but doesn't matter. I'm happy to have this original release of this casting. So this is also metal on metal, but with plastic wheels. It's got the stats on there. 6-cylinder, 3-liter engine, 215 horse, 158 kilowatts, 6,000 to 5,800 RPM, 260 kilometers per hour, I think it says. Got those classic Schuco wheels. The doors are already open. They are metal doors, not plastic. Got a red interior. And then here you can see that that paint in the front is kind of weird to me. Some yellow paint there. In the back, a dab of paint on the license plate, and then the taillights are, yeah, pretty amateuristically done. Looks cool with the doors open. Then I have a later version in blue. This has the kind of generic style wheels, but they look like Mercedes wheels that they would put on their sedans. Still metal on metal. It's got a silver painted base. Still has the doors that open up. Here we got the Mercedes star painted silver, but no other details painted except for the headlights here. And then we got another version. This is a 2010 release. Get the licensed by Daimler sticker there. Oh yeah, this is taped up, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the behind to open up. There we go. This one has a plastic base. It's got rubber tires instead of plastic. It's got authentic looking rims. Still has the same opening features. A little bit harder to open than the previous ones. It's got details in the back, taillights, Mercedes star and the 300 SL badge. And the front it has lensed headlights with the silver bezels. A little bit of orange paint on the indicators, and then the grille is plastic on this version, part of the base, and it's got paint on the plastic to make it look pretty realistic. Not a bad version. Next up we got this Tomica. This is not the original packaging, this is just how I bought it at an event. So this is also metal on metal, 1/63 scale, if I can read correctly, made in Japan. So it's got suspension, it's got the opening gullwing doors, also a red interior. Tempo wise, it says Benz on the license plate, by the way. Tempo wise, nothing in the back nor in the front. We just get some chromed out headlights and grille, which is probably a separate piece. A much nicer version is the Norev. Plastic base, plastic wheels. Unfortunately, often the tires on classic cars from Norev are rubber, but in this case plastic. Authentic looking rims. This one also has the opening doors. You get a little bit of exhaust detail there, tail lights, Mercedes star and 300 SL badge. And then it says something on the side here too, which I'm having trouble reading, but maybe on a bigger screen you can read that. And then we got lens headlights in the front, some orange paint for the indicator, and again the grille nicely detailed. And I think there's a plastic insert in there too, seems like. Not 100% sure though. Interior is black. I think that's as far as they open. And then we got a the best version, premium version by Schuco. This was a 2018 release, metal on metal, black painted base, exhaust details, rubber tires, authentic rims, no opening parts on this. It's got inserts for the taillights, two-tone, red and orange, chrome separate bumper, red interior, and lensed headlights, chrome bezels for the headlights, chrome bumper, grille detail, Mercedes badge on between the hood or bonnet and the grille, and of course a nice looking interior. Got the suitcase in the back even. This one is still in the packaging. At first I only wanted silver ones in my display cabinet, so I kept this in the packaging, but since then there's 3 more colors. Since the silver one, there's 3 more colors released by Schuco, so I'm going to add those to the display cabinet. This is the AMG Toys exclusive, limited to 1200 pieces. And beige version. Also got the black painted base, but no more silver details for the exhaust. And this one, that's a bummer. So the rims or the discs have the same color as the vehicle. Nice silver trim around the windows, same details as the silver one has. A little bit more detail on the indicator, it seems, with the black ring around it that we didn't get on the silver one. So that's nice. I guess we win some, we lose some. Kind of a two-tone interior, where the interior is red, but the steering wheel is kind of ivory. So that's nice. Again, nice touch. Also have the chase version of it, limited to only 50 pieces. It's got still the rims in the same color, but it's a raw chase. So it's pretty much the same details as the colored version. That was 2020, and then 2021 we got this blue one. You get half of a exhaust detail, so this one had it starting from the rear axle and then the muffler, and then here we get half of the muffler and the exhaust tip. Interestingly, same details as the previous one, and pretty much the same interior also as the previous one. And there's also a red version in 2021 released in the paper box edition. I don't have that one, unfortunately. Then, so the 300 SL was released in 1954, and then we go to the Mercedes-Benz C111 111. This is a 1970 version, actually the phase 2 with the rotary engine, four discs, 4 sides, 1/66 scale Schuco, so that's a pretty old one. Metal on metal, it's got plastic wheels. This should be chrome, but chrome has worn off. Metal Gullwing doors. I also have a orange version, which still has some chrome on the wheels. Then in 1998 they did the CLK LM Le Mans. This is a Hot Wheels version. Got the plastic wing on the back. Tempo wise, not a lot, but there's some details to the casting. Here's a silver version, the gold rims. And then in 2010 we got the SLS. This is a Mondo Motors. SLS AMG actually is the full name. This is 1/64 scale, true 1/64 scale. Tempo wise, a little bit disappointing in the back. The wheels are okay. The execution could be better, but they are see-through spokes. And then in front we get the headlights, and then the grille, which got some black paint behind the silver. No Mercedes-Benz star here. Well, he also has this model. A little bit dusty. Apologize for that. I'm just going to have to give it a quick wipe because I don't want you to be looking at dusty cars. So we got these vinyl tires with the chrome rims, generic. Lots more details on this one. Well, at least we get that star up there. In the back we got the taillights, and the logos are all present. That's nice. And even got the fuel filler cap on this side. Sweet. Going to have to put this back in there, otherwise I won't have enough space on the table. Then we get to Siku, number 1445. They had a silver version before this, but now we managed to grab the flat black one. Easy opening packaging on these Siku. Got a little bit of support for the Gullwing doors. Again, this has some stats on the base. 6.2 liter, 571 horse, and so on. So we got rubber tires, generic rims that unfortunately don't have open spokes. Got lens lights front and back. Badges are done in the back. Grille is done in the front. And we got metal opening Gullwing doors. Black interior, so it's all very dark. These are 1/55 scales, so a little bit bigger. Here's a gloss black version with black rims. Well, the doors don't really want to open on this one. I kind of wanted to show you the front view with the doors open, so I'm going to have to do this one. It's got white stripes on top. And other than that, I think it's pretty similar to the flat black one. Yeah, it is. Here's a Tomica 1/65 scale. So of course we got suspension, always with Tomica, plastic base, generic rims. We got even though it's a metallic silver one, we got silver for the headlights, which is different silver than the body color. Got the badge here on top, got even some black here next to the main grille. That's nice. Got some black here on the side. Got the taillights and all the badges in the back. The back window is actually metal. It's just painted black or tampoed black. So it's a very heavy piece. And we got the metal opening doors. And a black interior. Disappointing steering wheel for the price these are. But other than that, not a bad model. The doors are pretty stiff. Then we get to Norev. Not only did they do the 300 SL, they also did the SLS. Plastic base, plastic tires, authentic rims, true 164. Even though it's red, we get a different red for the taillights. Just a Mercedes star in the middle, but we do get a license plate. Some black here for the gills on the side. Lens headlights, license plate again, and all the grills are painted black. Even the one down there in the bumper. Very nicely done. And this one also gets metal opening Gullwing doors. And an okay looking interior. Then we go to Majorette. These are a little bit bigger in scale. Not as big as the Siku that are 155, but you know, somewhere in between. This is from limited edition series 1, 2015 production. So also has suspension, lens headlights, also got painted up grills in the front. Just the one in the bottom spoiler lip are not done, but the other ones get the black paint. Got the extra logo there, got black paint here, black paint here, tail lights and logos, and the base clips into the license plate. Metal opening doors. And a good looking interior as always with Majorette. Although that center console looks a bit weird. But seat and steering wheel are nice. Dashboard is okay. Limited edition series 2. You got this neon yellow one. So it's got the same features. It's kind of easier to see the black paint on this one. This bright color. Doors are a little bit more loose. Then from the street cars, this nice red version. And this kind of was a premium release, but from I think an Asian market, not for Europe. And then they changed the casting where it has no more opening doors. This is a racing cars version, 2018 release. So it still has most of the features, but no more opening doors. This is from the street cars. (2018), and this also. And it stayed red for a few years, and then we got silver in 2020, I believe. lot of metal flake in this silver. Is it similar to this one? Well, no, it's got more metal flake in it. So we got actually we got two versions of each. Got a red closed version and then the functioning Gullwing version, and then silver also. So they kind of redid them again, the same colors but with the not opening doors. And then we get to the more premium stuff. This is UCC coffee from Japan. Rubber tires, authentic rims, full deco, plastic base, non-opening doors, which is okay for a premium model. Nice exhaust detail. And the I guess the reversing light in the middle. Yeah, third brake light there. Fuel filler cap. Probably says 6.3 there in that gill on the side. Got these details done too very nicely. And headlights, taillights seem to be painted. Yeah. No interior on these. And then I got Kyosho. Also plastic base. Rubber tires. Authentic rims. Similar details to the previous one, but with an interior. And lens taillights. And I got them also in white and in silver, like they came in the AMG collection. That's it when it comes to Mercedes-Benz. And then we get to the DMC DeLorean by Hot Wheels. And in preparing for this video, I discovered that this back part opens up. So I've had this for quite some time and I never knew that this had an opening part. So now I want all of them, of course. So taillights are done. Got these side lights, red in the back and orange in the front, and a kind of a flat gray side stripe. And we got DMC with some, you know, flat gray also for the grille. So this is pretty much full deco. Very nice. This is a C42, so that's a 2011 release. And here we get F38, so that's a 2013 release probably. Still has the opening hatch in the back. No more taillights on this one. Get the side deco and the top deco. Here's one that I found it like this in the store, all taped up and upside down. Great job for that person who did that. 2015 release. So it'll be, yeah, okay, it comes out easier than I thought. This is the retooled version. This also came as a Super Treasure Hunt. Yeah, well, you know it's 2015. So you can see kind of a see-through hatch in the back. It's part of the window piece probably. Not a very appealing deco, but you know, it's okay. And then we got this one. This is 2018. Nice steelies on it. DeLorean to me is best in some kind of a silver or unpainted. Got side deco again, and the rear, which is nicely done. Actually better than the black one we have, which was only red, and this has orange, red and white. That's cool. And then this one also got from my buddy Fax that on YouTube, from the Mystery Models Space Radar version. Then there's the Back to the Future Time Machine. This is D03, so that's 2011. Not a fan of the blue windows, but other than that, it's really nice. Got the Out of Time license plate. We got a DeLorean on the bumper. We got all the cables detailed on the side and some trim. Got the grill again with the DMC logo. So yeah, this is a really neat version. It's the only version I have. And then we got the hover mode version. This is more recent, L49, so that's 2019 release. Again, lots of details, even the tail lights on top of the license plate. Well, not on top of it, but you know, extra. Still has the blue windows, and then side deco, the cables again, and the front same as the previous one. So not a bad version at all. Also got the Tomica version of the Time Machine. Dream Tomica, DeLorean Part 3. Suspension, plastic base, 2009. Cool classic looking rims or wheels. Pretty much full deco, this one. Nicely detailed. There is an interior, but it's kind of hard to see. Would have been great with the Gullwing doors that functioned. But not a bad one. Definitely a nice piece. Then we get to Tesla with the Model X version by Hot Wheels. I don't have the Matchbox version with the opening Gullwing doors. 2017 release. First release, metallic white. Cool rims. Got deco in the back and in the front. Plastic roof piece. Got the 3 rows of seats. Kind of hard to look in there, but this is definitely an interior. And a tombstone for a steering wheel. I believe this is a Rio Sada casting. Recolored in red in 2017. Very nice red, same rims, same details front and back. And then we got a silver one in 2018. With Tesla Energy on the side, so no front deco, but still the rear deco with Hot Wheels on the license plate. And recolored in metallic black that same year. The Tesla in red. And that's the last version we have seen so far of it. Then we get to Pagani with the Huayra. This is M03, so that's 2019, the Brembo livery. So we got a top deco and side deco. So that's pretty good looking because the headlights are part of the top tempo, so it looks well decked out. Recolored in reverse colors basically. black with the red stripes, gray rims on this. Same year, I'm guessing, M19, yes. And then recently we got this gold one, P32, so that's 2021, with the side deco and the top deco like the previous ones. So it's been a few years apart since this one and the previous ones. This is also Pagani Huayra, but by Motormax. So, okay looking rims. Not a huge fan of the bigger wheels in the back, but yeah, the Hot Wheels does not have that even. But pretty much full deco on this thing, and that's really nice. It's got even the see-through Gullwing part on top there. A little bit engine detail. Okay looking interior. Got the Horatio Pagani autograph on the side. Some silver paint here. Black paint for the roof part. Tail lights, exhaust, Pagani name, Huayra name. And then we got the headlights with this thing here, whatever that is. So all in all, not a bad version, a very nice red color. And Mondo Motors also did a version of it. Okay looking rims, I have to say, they look really nice. Tempo wise, you got some silver for the headlights, some black for the grille here in the front, nothing on the sides, and then some black paint in the back. That's about it. Same engine detail there. Then we get to Gumpert. This is a Siku Gumpert Apollo 2009. So again, we got rubber tires. I think these are generic rims, but I'm not 100% sure. Lensed headlights, lensed taillights. This is a metal wing. Got the Gumpert name on the back, and then Apollo on the other side, model name. Plastic grille is part of the base probably. Got a big Gumpert logo there, and then again grille piece part of the base. And we got functioning metal Gullwing doors and a proper interior. The good looking steering wheel and seats, dashboard. And then the successor of this Gumpert Apollo is the Apollo IE 1527 by Siku. So also has the stats on it, of course, like most Siku have. So the Gumpert Apollo had 650 horse, and this has 780, if I can read correctly. Also has the rubber tires, generic rims, a plastic wing, some tempo details. I like those exhausts. And then tempoed headlights and the logo. And the interior, well, it's got kind of that kit steering wheel look to it. Knight Rider steering wheel. And also got this blue version from a 3-pack. It's goldish rims. Same red interior, but a very nice blue color. Then from Hot Wheels we got the Schuco 2D race car. 10-foot headlights and the roundel number 7 with probably the logo of Schuco underneath. Same roundel on the side and the Hot Wheels logo. Tempo wise nothing in the back, but nicely detailed taillights. And then this air intake on top that is metal. It almost looks like a separate piece. That's cool. Matchbox did the Lamborghini Marzal, 1969 copyright, metal on metal, suspension, 4-seater. Majorette did the BMW Turbo, also metal on metal. It's a concept car, just like that Lamborghini. Suspension. This is the only one we get here with the plastic Gullwing doors. Then the next two are a little bit odd ones. This is the Mazda RX 500 by Matchbox, copyright 1971. I apologize for the condition, but this is from my childhood collection. I don't have a minty version. Now this one, this concept car from 1971, had Gullwing doors for the engine compartment. Now unfortunately Matchbox made that the opening part and did not do the Gullwing doors, but just one opening piece like that. That is not correct to what the real version was. And the other one I want to show, I need to grab it in both my hands. Not that it's so big, but because I don't want to touch the paint. And that's this one. This is the RLC di Tommaso Mangusta from 1971. This is probably what Mazda based their concept car on, because this actually was released before that, I believe, first release. So also has the Gullwing doors for the engine compartment, as you can see. Full deco, of course. They even got the very detailed base, the exhausts and the suspension, and the name of the vehicle is not is in a different position than we usually get from Hot Wheels. Real riders, of course, very detailed interior. Got the steering wheel, kind of a wooden look to it. Some silver bezels around the shifter and the ashtray, and a little cubby there, and then leather seats, kind of a beige or tan, black dashboard, and grey carpets it seems. So yeah, all in all, very nicely detailed in there. And of course you got the engine, the Ford engine, that's also very nicely done. So yeah, Mangusta on the license plate, definitely a beauty. Thanks for watching, bye.